You're a family man, huh? Ring?
I am, yeah.
How many kids you have, you said? 2?
I have 2 girls.
Two girls? Hey.
7-month-old and 2-year-old.
Yeah?
So, yeah, man, it keeps me busy for sure. Yeah.
That's sick, dude. You guys gonna have more, or is that it for now?
Yeah, we're planning on having probably one more, you know.
One more?
I want to try for the boy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe
You're gonna keep going until
maybe
he's
even
there?
we'll go to 4, but I don't know. We'll see. I doubt we'll go to 4, but
Yeah.
might have to max it at 3. I might just be a girl dad, and I've accepted that. So yeah, that's okay.
Hey, it's not the worst thing in the world.
No, it could be a lot worse things. So I love my girls. They're awesome.
Yeah,
They're a lot
that's
of fun.
dope. That's dope. I have one in the oven right now. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. How far along?
He is.
Oh! It's a
Oh, shit. I fucked up.
Oh! Unfortunately, this won't be posted for a long time.
I fucked that up.
I won't tell anybody.
Thank
Wow.
you, Hansen.
I won't tell anybody.
That was the plan this entire time to
Wow.
to milk it
Wow,
out
I
my
can't
best
believe
friend over here.
I haven't told him yet. I wasn't.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Hey,
I was talking to Jess
Hey,
last
hey,
night,
hey.
and she's like, "He'll tell you eventually."
You better keep that shit quiet. Like, yeah. Otherwise, I'm gonna kill it. Everyone's getting to know tomorrow. So
That's
on
all right.
Easter. Fuck. Dude.
Well, congratulations, man. That's awesome. Good for
I know,
you.
we found out last week. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, he'll be due here October 1st. I think it's the first week of October.
Nice.
That's his due date. So
That's awesome. First one
yeah.
then?
Yeah, first
Yeah.
one. Yeah,
That's cool, man.
No more other kids that I know of.
Yeah, not that you know of at least. There you go. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, I'm so excited, dude. It's gonna
Yeah.
be so sick, and I wanted this my whole life.
Yeah, man. Kids are they're a blessing. They're a lot of fun. They're
Yeah.
definitely a lot of work, but it's rewarding. So
Yeah. Any tips?
just get as much sleep as you can before the baby comes. I'll tell you that much. But no, it's you kind of learn as you go. Honestly,
Yeah.
like I came into it not really. My wife got me some books and things, and I'm
Yeah.
not much of a reader, so they kind of just sat on my nightstand for 9 months and didn't really open them. But I think we've done pretty well so far. So
Yeah.
we're just kind of all
They're
learning.
still alive. They have all their teeth. And
Yeah,
fingers.
exactly. Yeah, they sleep well. They're still alive. They eat. So yeah,
Yeah.
easy enough.
Yeah, that's cool.
You'll figure it out.
So as a girl dad, like, have you done like tea parties yet and stuff like that?
Yeah, pretty much everything. We have a big playroom in our house, and it just pretty much consists of doll houses and all the girls' toys you could possibly think of. So
Yeah.
I try to throw some camo and some other stuff in there every once in a while.
They don't
but,
accept it.
They will. Yeah. So if I don't have any boys, I'm just gonna have to teach the girls, to hunt and hang out with dad and do those kind of fun things. But yeah, no, it's awesome, man. Being a girl dad's great. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, do you hunt here in Arizona or do you go somewhere else?
Yeah, I hunt mainly in Arizona, Colorado a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of wherever I can get a tag. I've got lucky enough to been able to hunt the last couple of years, but nothing this year.
Yeah.
So
Have you got an elk tag yet?
yeah,
You hit the draw?
I did last year. I did. I
Whoa,
was
dude.
not fortunate enough to be able to capitalize on it, but
Wait. You hit the lottery and then you didn't go collect?
I tried, man. I was out there for 6 days.
Oh, you were out there. Okay.
I
I
hunted
thought you
for-
just didn't even go.
No. I hunted for
Yeah.
6 straight days, and we saw a lot. I just never got my opportunity. So
You saw them though?
yeah, we saw quite a
Wow.
bit. They were just the area we were hunting in.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, there's an elk over there. It's 2,000 yards away. It's gonna take me, an hour and a half to hike over there. There's all kinds of different topography and terrain you got to walk
Yeah.
through. So it just wasn't as easy as I would hope it would have been. But,
Yeah. I thought this was like the best place to hunt elk.
There's a lot of good places to hunt. It really depends on what unit you get drawn into, what
Yeah.
hunt you get drawn for, right? I had the late hunt, which means that they've already been hunted
they
for
were already
3
scared
or
of
4
the mountain.
months. Yeah, there's been guys in there constantly,
Yeah.
and there's just hunters everywhere too on those late hunts. So
Damn.
it's like you'd be walking and you see a hill and there's a guy sitting over
Yeah.
here, there's a guy sitting over here, and there's
Wait, was it archery or was it
rifle?
rifle? Okay.
Yeah.
So hunter orange everywhere.
Yeah. So
Damn, dude,
But-
that sucks. My buddy Tom, dude, he's been putting in for the draw since he was like 9. He's still.
Oh,
got it.
really?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like 26 now, 27. So
Nice.
he's still yet to
hasn't
get it.
got it yet, huh?
How long have you been putting in for it?
I've been putting in. I started hunting when I was like 12 or 13, so it's been about 20 years now.
So it is once in a lifetime hunt, man.
That's
crazy.
I've got a couple elk tags. My dad, he's been putting in for like 15 years, but he always puts in for the hunts that are a little harder to get drawn for.
Yeah.
But he still hasn't got a tag yet, so I'm hoping his day is coming soon.
Well, it sounds like year 20 is when it happens.
Yeah,
so he's got 5 more years.
It's been happening for me at least. But I mean, even if you go out there and don't get anything, it's still fun, right? It's all about the experience. Like you just go out there and hang out with your buddies. My dad always comes out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
that's sick, dude.
We have a good time, man.
That's sick. Do you guys glamp or do you guys tent?
I mean, kind of glamping, I guess you could call it. We have like an old trailer that there's a shower in there. We don't typically use it maybe until like day 5, but it
still try to get the full experience.
Yeah, trying to get the full experience with still being somewhat comfortable.
Yeah.
At least we have like some heat, or if it's raining on us, we're not stuck in a wet tent or anything.
Yeah,
so,
true.
But
yeah,
it's good.
Dude, I would love to go just like straight up backpacking. Do you watch what's those guys, the 2 guys that go out and they'll hunt everything all across the entire world? They have that YouTube channel plus the other channel. It's like Meat Lovers.
Oh, Meat Eater?
Yeah, Meat Eater.
Yeah, with Steven Ranella.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy, he's awesome.
Yeah, he's dope. Dude.
I love watching that show.
Yeah, the fact that doesn't he have like an entire like RV garage that's just nothing but hunting gear?
I'm sure.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of his like home videos, and he was like going through it, and I was like, just casually walking through his like actual RV garage that's got probably millions of dollars.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I'm like, wow, I can't even hunt rabbits with my BB gun.
Yeah, man. He hunts all over the world, and I mean he's pretty good at it too. He's definitely good at what he does.
Yeah, it's so sick, dude. I would love to get back into hunting. Like I said, my buddy Tom, he keeps trying to get me to go out there. I drew for javelina last year.
Okay.
Or this year, February. I didn't even get drawn. So I was like, I can't even get drawn for javelina. Arizona's tough.
Yeah, it's tough to get drawn, but once you do, it makes it putting in worth it for sure.
Yeah.
So
what's the craziest hunting stories that you have?
Craziest hunting stories. Let's see. I wouldn't necessarily say anything like too crazy. I did have a pretty funny story. A couple of years ago, I was deer hunting. We were out there for, I think it was like 5 or 6 days.
Yeah.
And it was just a grueling hunt. I mean, it was hot out. It was, we were hiking day in and day out, not seeing anything. Like we didn't see a single animal for 5 days. And the last evening of the hunt, it was probably, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we are driving back on, just a little dirt road back to camp, and we pull up. There's these 2 guys stopped in the road, and we're like, what are they looking at? So we get out and I go talk to him. I'm like, hey, what do you guys stop for? He's like, there's a deer like a few hundred yards over there. And I'm like, seriously? And he's like, yeah. So I grab my gun, walk up over the hill, and sure enough, he's just standing right there. And I shot him. And
what were the other guys doing?
They weren't hunting. Dude, it was the luckiest thing I'd ever had, because like I said, we were hunting for 5 days, didn't see a single thing, and out of all the people out there, 95% of them were hunters, and these guys just happened to be on a drive, and they're like, there's a deer right over there. And this was like the last 45 minutes of this 6-day hunt, and
you were on the way home?
I was on the way back to camp to pack up and go home.
Wow.
Yeah, and sure enough, it happened. So.
Dude, there are so many hunting stories I've heard about that. Like, I remember one of my old friends, his dad, he was hunting for elk, and he was inside of a blind, or not a blind. He was in a tree stand. Yeah. And he was in a tree stand for like literally days, bro. Like this guy was going back and forth, back camp to tree stand, because like he was told that this is the spot. This is out in Bend, Oregon. Okay. And it was like he just gave up eventually, and it was archery. He's an archer, and he does not do anything rifle. And so he's like decked out, man, like blackface, everything. And he comes down from the stand on his last day, and he's about to go home and pack up. And as he turns around, there's just this beautiful buck just chilling right behind him, dude. And he's like, oh shit. And he literally gets out his bow that he's like, barely carrying, like puts back a broadhead and like draws it back. And it's like pretty much like here to like the end of the room. And the buck, it's not a buck, right?
Oh, bull.
Bull, yeah. The bull's just staring right at him, dude. And he's just like, please just turn slightly.
So just a little bit, same broadside.
Yeah. And he got it, dude. And that's taxidermied on his house right now.
Yeah. I mean, it shows you, man, just don't give up. Even if you're out there till the last day, you're like, you never know what could happen, right? And I've had hunts where I've killed something in the first hour and a half of being there, you know, and then it's just like,
well, then the rest of the hunts you're just tracking down
like,
beers,
now
man.
you can just hang out, sit by the campfire, and not have to worry about it.
Look at all your buddies, like, what's wrong with you, dude?
Exactly.
Like, you guys suck.
Stress free. I got meat now for the next 6 months. We're good to go. So
damn. Do you do jerky at all?
Yeah, some jerky, get some sausage,
dude,
all of it. I mean, especially with the elk, because you get a lot of meat from them. So
Do you ever do like steaks at all? Some people don't really do steaks.
Yeah, it's not necessarily like my favorite thing to do. I'll get it ground a lot, so you can just make like burgers and stuff out of it. Like elk burgers are pretty good.
Oh yeah. Are they like more greasy or less greasy because less fat? Because more lean.
Elk's a little bit more of a lean meat.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's. I mean, I'm not as huge a fan of like eating deer. Venison's not my favorite thing, but elk's it's good.
Yeah. But the back straps, though.
Yeah. Back straps are where it's at for sure. That's the meat right there.
Yeah. What about elk ribs? Are those any good?
Honestly, can't tell you I've ever had them before.
I've never even had elk, so anything you tell me is.
I would recommend it. I mean, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Although I think I've had like smoked elk, but it was probably like farm, a farm.
Yeah.
It's nothing crazy, but. Damn, dude, I need to get back into hunting. I just don't have any freaking time to hunt.
That's the thing, time.
How the hell do you freaking hunt with 2 kids? Stay-at-home wife?
Stay-at-home wife.
Yeah, stay-at-home wife. You're also as volunteer pretty much at this point?
Full-time. I'm a full-time firefighter,
And full-time business owner.
Yeah.
He's doing everything manually.
Yeah.
Zero automations right now.
Yeah.
We're talking
like
about that.
iPhone? Like you manage it with the phone?
Yep.
Yeah, dude, not even a CRM. I told him about GHL, dude, and he just about lost his mind.
Yeah, I think after this conversation that we had earlier, I think some things are probably going to be changing a little bit there in the next few weeks.
Casually.
We can help.
Yeah, no, I definitely need some help because a lot of that stuff was just kind of going over my head. I'm like, this is maybe why I haven't integrated it yet because I don't really know much about it. But I know that the world is definitely going that way. So
I mean, dude, at the end of the day, it's like people spend so much time trying to build the system versus going out and doing the most important part, which is selling. Yeah. Which is what you've done for the last 2 years. Mm-hmm. It's like we had a guy that he owned a junk removal business. He was on the pod like about a month ago. His name's Noah. Good name.
Okay.
He was telling us that he was like, when he started his business, he was like, I'm going to go 2 years with zero marketing efforts. I'm not even going to post. No, I think he posted on like Instagram. Like that was the furthest he could go.
Yeah.
He got to a point where he's got like a full crew with zero marketing.
Wow.
And now he's at a point where he's like, now I need to step it up a bit, and do a little bit more. But I'm like, dude, that is the guerrilla warfare that you need to do when you get into business that so many people don't do. Is they're like, there's a lot of people right now that want to build this super shiny, beautiful back end system that like does everything perfectly. But they're like, how many clients do you have? You're like, excuse me, what? Like, what do you mean clients?
Yeah.
Like, I've sold a few people, It's like, no, like you got to get freaking money in the door, and then the systems you build are just going to make that even better. So I think where you're at right now is the perfect place to start exploring that.
Yeah.
Because you're pretty much at the point where you're like, I'm so busy that I can't put my phone down at night.
Yeah.
Perfect timing. Yeah. Versus everyone else, because then what happens before that, and we've had clients like this before where they come to us and they're like, hey, I'm ready, man. I'm super ready to get everything going. Give me all this stuff. Build all of the systems for me. We build everything. And then 2 months later, they're like, hey, I think I need to cancel. And we're like, why? And I'm like, well, I just crunching the numbers, I don't think it makes sense, blah, blah, blah. In reality, what they're saying is, I sit around all day and spit on my thumb and I don't have anything to do. So I'm just auditing my expenses and I see that I have all of this money going out for the systems I don't use.
Yeah.
So I need to cut the systems because I'm too afraid to go sell. And it's like, bruh, like you spent way too much time tweaking your logo than you did anything else.
Yeah, sure.
So, because I'm pretty sure that logo, if I had imagined, you probably threw that in a chat bot and it made it for you, or
my wife actually made it.
You made it? There you go.
I don't know how I think it was Canva or something like that.
There you go, man.
But she made it for me, and she showed it to me. I'm like, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it looks good. And version 1. Let's go.
Exactly. It was pretty simple, man. We threw it on. We threw it on the trailer wrap, and we're good to go.
There we go. So, dude, I'm telling you, there are some people like we have a dear friend who spent months, not even joking, months designing the logo to fit the slogan. And we're like, how many deals have you closed? He's like, that doesn't matter. Like, I'm buying a $40,000 van. I'm wrapping it first before I get clients. We're like, what? And he, not even lying, he literally owns a truck, and he had a truck that perfectly could haul around his equipment.
Yeah.
And he was like, nah, I'm gonna tweak the logo. I'm going to figure out my slogan, my mission statement, all the things, and then I'll start to go get clients after I finance the van, finance the wrap on the van, and all the equipment that go into the van, and then I'm going to go get clients.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, me personally, I don't necessarily think. I mean, when I first started, you know, I showed up in my truck and an old trailer that I bought
like
off
every
Facebook
other business owner,
Marketplace. And it was like,
done.
and you know, people didn't necessarily care that we didn't show up with the fanciest equipment. It was just like, you know, as long as you do a good job, you're professional, you show up on time, and
that's all they want.
You do the work correctly, then that's all they want. They'll pass you on. So.
Hell yeah, dude! It's Cat Williams, you know, the comedian or whatever he does. He was saying, he was like, yeah, they got better equipment, they got all the more better things, they got all the trucks, they got all the stuff, but let's put it on the line about who's actually going to show up and get it done.
Yep.
Like, we are going to make sure
that's what
thing
matters.
gets done, you know? It's like, we'll put that on the line there, and you show the better company versus us, and we show up, we're respectful, we get it done, we have the tenacity, and it looks better, and you don't have to sit there and wait for their long-ass appointment line.
Yeah.
People will do that all the time.
Oh, 100%.
All day.
Yeah.
You know, people love supporting small businesses.
Oh, they do.
They're tired of, like, if Amazon wasn't so big and wasn't so easily accessible, and there was another guy that could do just as good, same delivery, people would go to that guy most likely.
Yeah.
Like, they would just forego Amazon. But there's just, people can't compete with that, you know? So it's like, there's not really somebody in the space that's doing what Amazon's doing.
Amazon's just too convenient right now. It's
exactly,
click of your phone, it's here the next morning, and you know, it's that simple.
Or have you seen the $3 extra upcharge to get it within 3 hours?
Yeah, same day delivery. Yeah. Most people will pay that, and it's probably something they won't even need to use for the next couple of weeks. But we just need to get it right to our house.
It's like $3.
It's only $3 though. That's right.
Bro, you should see his expense sheet for his Amazon purchases the last few years.
Yeah.
So who's this better, you or the wife?
I mean, I would say my wife, but if she sees this, I'm sure she would say me. We go back and forth, but I mean, me, I feel like I spend more just because I'm buying like business stuff most of the time. You know?
Yeah, it's a write-off.
And exactly. And that's what I tell her, you know, but I come home
this
and
gun is a write-off, honey. I need
we'll
it.
Figure out a way to write it off. It's going to save us in taxes, so it's worth it, okay?
It's for the security system at the office.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
The office is my home, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, got to secure it. But I mean, I definitely come home to 2 or 3 Amazon packages every day. Like it's always something with my wife. You know,
is it? Do you guys have like your name on it versus her name, or is it just the same name for the same Amazon?
No, it's my name or her name.
Oh, okay. So you really know the race is there.
Yeah, the boxes show up, and I'm digging through them. Usually, maybe one with my name, and then I can pretty much say the rest are usually her name on them. But you know. According to her, it's all essential things that we need, you know, like some new joggers or, you know, a new active set or something like that. Yeah. So.
Dude, the soap bar has to change monthly.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
It cannot be the same thing.
Absolutely not. We need new towels every month too, you know, maybe some new sheets, like whatever it is.
Are your totes organized in your garage, or are they stacked up neatly in a corner? How many are there?
They're not as organized right now. We just moved into a new house.
Oh, nice.
Like
Congrats.
3 months ago. Yeah, thanks, man. So, I say 3 or 4 months. It's probably enough time to organize the garage, but I personally still haven't done it, and my wife says that's my job. So, you know, I'm slowly getting there. We're making our way there.
Hey, garage life in Arizona is different though. It's not usually the man cave like it is elsewhere.
Yeah,
you can't be in it 6 months of the year.
No.
So it's too freaking hot.
Yeah, as long as she can park her car in there, then she's happy. As long as there's enough room to fit that, then we're good. So.
Is it one of those 2-car garages with a little third in the back?
Yeah, exactly. So it's
Bro,
a 2-car, and then it extends.
The greatest?
For the third. Yeah, so I got like all the storage and stuff in the 3rd car area, you know. So there's enough room in there, but we still have some boxes and things that we need to get rid of.
Yeah, dude. Those boxes never go away.
No. We'll probably use them in 3 years when we move again. You know, they'll still be sitting there. So.
But do you guys lease or do you guys buy?
We own. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So like, is your wife the one that's like, we gotta get a new upgraded home every 7 years? Or do you feel like you could live there forever?
It's actually me
You're the one?
They likes to move, man. Yeah, I've moved. I think I've moved 4 times in the last like 8 years, probably. But well, according to her, the house that we're in now is going to be 10 to 15 years. But in my mind, I'm thinking maybe like 3 or 4. But we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see. Yeah.
You what bigger or better or what?
Well, eventually we'd like to get some land.
Okay,
let's go.
Yeah, I want to get like an acre
in Arizona, though.
Yeah, I mean, out in Queen Creek, that's where we're at right now.
Yeah.
And that's the goal.
You got $6 million.
That's the other problem that I've ran into right now is that we just it also costs money to buy an acre. So
especially Queen.
Yeah, I'm hoping, I don't know, we'll see where life is in 5 or 6 years, and then we'll go from there. You know? But that's the ultimate goal. I grew up in Chandler, and my family had a dairy farm, so I kind of grew up around horses and things like that. So. My wife would really like my daughters to ride horses and have kind of that similar lifestyle growing up. So that's kind of the goal, but again, it all costs money, so we have to get that before we make any major decisions.
Dude. An acre. Yeah, my wife really wants an acre on a $1 million house. So it's got to be a lot of money saved up for something.
Yeah, you're like just the acre alone is going to be about $700,000. So and
then you also want $1 million house. Okay, all right. Well. Yeah, she'll show me all these like Zillows, and she'll like send it to me and be like, "When can we buy this?" I'm like, "Well, first off, nowhere near what you're thinking. It's gonna be like 10 years down the road,
15 years, maybe." Yeah.
I'm like, "Do you have any idea how much it's gonna cost?" And she's like, "Oh, we can just go through the builder and we'll get like a first home time buyer
discount."
I'm like, "You realize that's like for certain costs of homes, like
doesn't just
it's a
quite work
government
like
program, like government usually doesn't shell out $2 million, and it's just anybody like." Yeah, she's great. I love her to death. She keeps me on my toes, but her expectations are.
Oh yeah, yeah. My wife is very similar, but it's all good. It keeps me dreaming high.
Oh
yeah. Well, maybe one day we can get that house.
Oh yeah.
Have to keep on working. But
I mean, like business ownership is the quickest way to get there.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get that being a job guy.
No.
Like, I mean, I take that back. Like, you can do it, and it'll probably happen, but like. I don't know, dude. I don't know if you're anything like me, but like I know this guy who used to make $2 million a year as a employee. He was a VP of sales at a tech company.
Yeah.
And he had a fat salary, has a nice house and everything. And I'm like, it sounds really good, but I would rather make $300,000 of my own business money than $2 million of somebody else's money.
Yeah.
Because that $2 million is the biggest target on your back every single day, where the owner's like, how can I get rid of Noah? He is the biggest expense that I have on payroll. I want to get rid of him so bad. How can I do it?
Yep.
I'd rather be making way less money off the back of my own back than to do that elsewhere. Not just me personally. I don't know if you feel the same way.
I definitely can agree with that, man, because it's I mean, there's also something to be said, but just having your own thing, right? You're not necessarily working a 9 to 5. You don't really have somebody to report to, and it's kind of a cliche thing to say, but it is true. You can take vacation whenever you want. You can with restrictions, I guess. But
vacation of you be on the phone sometimes.
We were just on vacation, and the whole time it seemed like I was on my phone. So it's never really a vacation, but at least you have some flexibility to kind of do your own thing, and you know that you're making your own money. So there's some pride in that, right? Instead of just working for a company and making someone else a lot of money. Yeah. So it's definitely has.
It's totally different. But you got to be that guy, man. Yeah, you got to have that itch in your soul that makes you want to go out and do it. Because, like for instance, a recent job I was working was like the owner was hitting me up at like 10 p.m. or not even hitting me up. It was hitting that guy up, and he's like, "Why isn't this getting done?" It's like, dude, I don't own your company. Like, I don't care to work at 10 p.m. Like, I'll get it from 9 to 5. But after 5 o'clock, who are you again? I forgot who you were.
Exactly. I'm going to go home and hang out with the family now.
But if a client hits me up at 10 o'clock at night, best believe I'm answering that guy.
Oh, for
lickety
sure.
split right then and there. It's like, because that's my company. It's a totally different world. It's like, it's like when you go to a restaurant, you have this 19-year-old lady that's serving your table, and you're asking for an extra straw, and then she is like, okay, sure, I'll get you the straw. Versus And that guy shows up, and you're like, "That's the owner." He's like, "What can I get for you? Is
Yeah.
there literally anything? Can I
Exactly.
literally lick your feet, like to make anything better in this moment to make sure that your experience is so good that you tell all your friends and family my restaurant's the best?" It's like those experiences are 1,000 times better than meeting some person that's like in 1 week through their 2 weeks notice, and they like could care less about your service.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
we just had this experience at the UPS store, the one that's right next to my house. It's like a franchise. I've seen the owners. They'll bring their kids in. Greatest service ever. They'll give me like free bags sometimes. Like if I forget to bring one, they're like, don't worry about it. I'll just, throw it in here, whatever. And we go the next day, me and my wife walk in there, and my beautiful little 4-foot wife is sitting there dancing around because she has a tinkle, and she's like telling the kid that's across the table, she's like, "Hey, is it okay if I go use the bathroom that's clearly marked behind you that's back there?" And he like looks over, looks at her. He looks back at the bathroom, and then he's like, "I don't know. You're going to have to talk to the other guy about it." So anyways, can you put that thing on the scale so I can scale? I'm like, he's clearly a week into a 2 weeks notice and doesn't give a shit
he does
about
not
my
care
wife.
about what's going on.
Because he doesn't get, he's a freaking employee. You know? It's like there's literally zero buy-in for him having this lady have a good experience.
Yeah.
He could care less. It's like, but that right there actually leads good segue into expanding the business, because even though you are the CEO and you're going to provide the best service that they'll probably ever get because your blood, sweat, and tears went into it, and that client will have a good experience, but eventually comes to a point, like we talked about earlier, you have to expand.
Yeah.
You have to expand. And the only way you can expand is through code, media, and labor.
Yeah.
There's only 3 ways to scale a business. And that labor part is where it's going to get really, really, really tough, because then you got to hire somebody that can do just as good or even a better job than you could.
Sure. Yeah.
Because that is the end goal. But how do you balance finding the right person, paying them the right compensation, getting enough buy-in to get them to want to show up every day and show up early and show up late and make sure that they give a good experience and whatnot? So what's your take on that? Do you have any strategies in place for that?
Right now, a lot of the guys that work for me are also firefighters, and I don't necessarily know that is like the best long-term play, because they have the same schedule as me, right? So there's 2 days a week that they're not necessarily going to be available. And then there's those 4 days off, they also want some off days. So I kind of feel bad working them every day that they're off, So I do need to find like some full-time guys that I can really trust. And, I hired a guy, I ended up firing him. I just didn't really like him that much. And then I've got 2 guys right now that I just hired, and they're really, really good. They came from a family friend of mine that knew them, and one of these kids has been working. I mean, our job, it's kind of tough because like we never know when we're going to be done, right? So I'll send these guys out. They'll leave at 5:30 in the morning. Sometimes they won't be home until 8 o'clock at night, And I'm like, shoot, man, like I feel bad, but they've never complained once, and I think compensation has a lot to do with it, right? Because I feel like I compensate them pretty well, and that they stay, and then we have a really good relationship, and I feel like they're pretty loyal to me. So it's just going to be about trying to find more people like that, which is definitely tough to do in today's world. Like I've thrown some job things up on like Indeed and stuff like that, but it's just hard to vet those people because you don't know them whatsoever, right? It's just some guy off the street that says, "Hey, I have some pool experience" or whatever. So I think my route would be like, I need to find friends of friends or people, younger guys that are looking for work that can be vouched for from people that I know. And then just throw them in the fire and see how they do. Cause it's definitely not an easy thing to do, because these guys are working 60 plus hours a week, and they're outside, and in the wintertime they're swimming in the pool and it's 50 degrees, and then in the summertime it's 110 degrees out. So, they're either freezing or they're sweating. So it's not fun. But yeah, I mean, like you said, scaling and growing, I definitely am going to have to find some guys that I can trust. And that kind of goes back to like why right now I'm out there in the field doing so much of the work. Just because I have like OCD, and I like to be perfect with everything that we do. I don't want to get someone call me back and say, "Hey, you didn't clean up good enough," or "You didn't do the job good enough," or whatever it is. So I know that when I'm there and I can get my eyes on it, like I know the job was done right, and we have happy clients. And so I do envision myself kind of staying in the field for a while, just so I can make sure things are running smooth and we're still doing a good job.
Yeah.
You know? So I think, I don't want to say I have trust issues, but it'll take me a while to like fully step back and have guys out there just doing the work for me without me putting my eyes on it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll definitely be about finding the right guys and just getting them trained up.
Yeah.
Good, you know?
Yeah, man, it's tough. It's we call it the CEO white knuckle.
Okay.
It's when you're driving and when you try to let go of the steering wheel and let somebody else take it. Most CEOs are just white knuckling their way to the very end. They're like,
I'm there.
I literally cannot let go of the steering wheel because I have such bad trust issues. And nobody will do it as good as me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
justified trust issues, I might add.
There you go.
They don't.
Yeah, a lot of people won't. A lot of people won't.
And that's fair.
But the tipping scale, like you said, is definitely compensation. Like something buy-in related, where it's either they make a ton of money or they have skin in the game.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Yep.
So with your technicians, do you pay them like piece pay or are they just hourly? Like
I just pay them hourly.
hourly?
Yeah.
Have you ever looked into like a piece pay model, like to see how that would do it? Have you tried that before?
Not really. So when I first started, I was paying it was just me and another guy, and I was just paying him like per job, per pool, you know, like the same amount per pool.
Yeah.
But I just found that, I mean, more almost unfair to them.
Really?
Only because like we would have some pools that would be 45 minutes or an hour long, you know, and they're getting paid $100. And then we have pools that take 6.5 hours and they're still getting paid $100, you know?
Ah, okay.
So like it almost evened out where like for me, it was like, all right, it's great. Cause you know, they worked for 6 hours, but I still only have to pay them this much money.
Right.
But I'm a pretty fair person, and I just felt like, you know, they deserve to be compensated for as many hours as they are out there working.
Right.
So I just felt like it was, you know, it was better for them, and for me, it's, you know, maybe a little bit less money in the end, but I would rather keep happy employees, and you know, I'm in it for everybody. So like most of the guys that are working for me are my friends, and you know, I like to make sure that they have work and that they're compensated as well. So
no, that's good. Yeah, it's cool that you tried different things then, because I can't tell you how many business owners I've talked to and they're like, I don't even know what piece pay is.
Yeah.
It's like, we've always just done this, you know?
I've definitely thought about, you know, the pay and things like that. And, you know, my wife will tell me that I'm paying the guys too much, but, I don't know. Like I said, it's just, I feel like they deserve to be paid well, for the amount of work that they're doing. Cause it's, you know, it's not easy work. And, you know, if I'm out there working with them, it's a little bit better cause I'm not having to pay multiple people. So, you know, it kind of all evens itself out in the end.
Yeah. No, I mean, if the system works, like don't fix what's not broken, you know? So, but yeah. And then for the leadership roles, like, are you going to do like just high salaries or maybe equity or quarter growth, you know, percentage off revenue, like
probably. So I've been thinking about, you know, a couple of the guys that are full time for me right now, like in the future, maybe getting one of them on like a salary type pay.
Yeah.
I would kind of have to figure out, you know, what exactly that would be.
Yeah.
But most likely a salary, and then I could delegate some more management stuff to him. You know,
that'd be
go
cool.
From there. So
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
So like, what's your vision for the company in the next, like, I don't know, do you plan on doing this forever or do you have a goal to sell out? Like, what do you think?
I mean, I wouldn't say forever, but definitely a while, you know. Right now, so we just kind of started doing like some weekly maintenance stuff, right? So we're kind of building up our weekly maintenance route, but our bread and butter is really the tile cleaning. That's what we've been doing full time, and we do a ton of tile cleans, drains, acid washes, kind of one-time cleans. Yeah. But I think my vision the next, 5-10 years would be just to really build up the route to where, we have hundreds and hundreds of customers that we're taking care of weekly. Yeah. And then just kind of continue to slowly build the tile cleaning, right now I have 2 trailers. I'm able to run a couple crews. Yeah. It'd be nice to get 3 or 4 crews out there running and, just keep building as much as we can. Yeah. There's definitely like right now is our busy season because everybody's draining their pool, right? So everybody drains their pool. They see the calcium build up on their tile. Okay. Yeah. So everyone's doing it. So everyone's calling us right now. So this is kind of the busy season. We still stay busy during the summer, but probably only busy enough to maybe run, 2 trucks at capacity. But definitely during the winter months, I'd like to get, 3 or 4 out there and be doing cleans all around the valley.
Yeah.
So.
Well, because wintertime is probably where you can get most of those maintenance plans because you're getting hooked during the before the summer, and then they're like see their pool start to turn green. And
Yep. Yeah,
and
we've seen an uptick in people wanting weekly maintenance like in the last few weeks, right? Just
Really?
because it just got hot.
Yeah.
And it's a lot harder to maintain your pool water chemistry and just maintain your pool in general, especially in the Arizona heat.
Yeah.
Once it gets above 90 degrees, then you can start to get algae growth and things like that in your pool.
Really?
And algae can't grow in cold water. So like in the winter time when your water's like below 60 degrees, then you won't really have to use as many chemicals and chlorine and things like that because algae growth just isn't as prevalent. But as soon as it starts to get hot, and if your pool's not well taken care of, it can turn green and turn bad very quickly.
Damn, I didn't know that.
So yeah, that's why right now, we have a lot of people that are like, all right, I think I need to, get somebody who can weekly maintain this pool instead of me having to come out here every other day and check it and do the chemicals and
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So let me ask you: do you have a pool at your house?
I do not have a pool at my house.
You want a pool at your house?
I do not want a pool at my house, to be honest with you.
Dude, every single guy I've ever met, they either maintenances pools, knows the pools, has his own pool, or anything like that. They're like, I would never have a pool.
Yeah, we have a community pool, and it's a 2-minute walk,
Nice.
And it's simple. My parents have a pool. My wife's parents have a pool. So
there you go.
If we want to go swim, we have it accessible to us. And I have just seen what a money pit a pool, not necessarily a money pit, but it's an investment,
it's a pit, and it's full of water and money.
Yeah, quite literally. So, there's just always something that's going wrong with the pool, and I've started to see that a lot now that we're doing the maintenance, it's just like there's always some sort of leak or someone's pump is doing something weird or a salt cell is not operating properly or just something, And if it's not one thing, it's another thing. So
like a crazy ex-girlfriend just keeps popping up.
Exactly. And you're always putting money into it. And yeah, it's a big expense, man. So it's just not something right now that I am interested in having in my own backyard. I have some turf and a pergola back there and a grill, and that's good enough. That's good enough for me. So yeah.
You got a grill to all those hunting trips.
Yeah, exactly.
So the type of clients that you're looking for then, like, if you were to describe the one that you don't want, what would that look like?
Clients that we don't want are, we've showed up to some houses, and there's people that will quite literally watch us from the second we get off the truck to the second we finish the job, and they're hovering over our back the whole time. And a lot of people will, not a lot of people, but there's people that will quite literally try to tell me how to do my job. And those are the clients that I would just definitely rather not work with. We've done plenty of these jobs and we know exactly what we're doing and how to do it. And when there's people out there just hovering and trying to watch us, it makes things a lot more complicated, right? And really they shouldn't be out there in the first place because we're dealing with chemicals and we have, we're blasting and we're out there wearing respirators and stuff. And sometimes clients are like right in our face and I'm like, dude, just go inside. We'll get this done. I'll let you know when we're finished up and the pool's going to look perfect, So, but yeah, other than that, we don't mind anybody. So as long as they pay. So.
Yeah. Well, are you the type of guy that says any money is just as green for me type of deal? Or do you feel like there's a balance between it? You seem like a pretty stand-up guy, so you don't go that far,
I think, money is money for sure. As long as I feel like we're getting fairly compensated, then I'll accept a job, right? But there's a lot of people that, I'll send a quote and they'll be like, hey, well, I got a quote from another company that was $200 less. Can you do that? And, I'm like, no, I'm not, I'm not gonna lower my prices for anybody really.
Right.
Just because I know what the job entails, and a lot of the times we show up and there's a lot more work that needs to be done than what we were even originally quoted for.
Right.
You know? So, but yeah, there's a lot of people that like to try to haggle on the price, and I won't even entertain it. I'm just like,
yeah, that's good.
If you want to haggle, you can go find somebody else that'll do it for $300 cheaper.
Yeah.
But I highly doubt that they're going to do as good of a job. There's a lot of pool companies out there that are full service, and then they just kind of throw tile cleaning in, like, hey, we can also clean your tile. Maybe they'll do like 2 or 3 of them a month.
Yeah.
And they just don't do as thorough or as good of a job, but they can do it for $100 cheaper. So a lot of people end up going with them. But then the next year they'll always usually end up calling us and be like, "Hey, we had these guys out.
By the way,
yeah, they didn't do that good of a job, so we will pay the extra $100 to make sure it's done correctly." Because
so funny, dude.
And then they have to pay twice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, actually, prices have gone up since last year. So yeah, we'll see where we're at now.
Yeah, dude, my favorite statement I've ever heard when dealing with competitors, when people are like, "Oh, that guy's cheaper down the street," I'd be like, "I will compete with his prices when he can compete with my quality."
Yep. Exactly.
That is my favorite all-time quote.
And that's a lot of people don't realize that, man, especially in the work that we do. Like it's a mess, and the biggest complaint I've heard from other people, other companies, they just didn't clean up, right? They just leave a mess of the pool, they leave a mess of the deck.
Sounds like tradesmen.
Yeah, exactly. And we take pride in cleanup. That's like, cause I've had one customer call us back out of 1,000 plus over the last couple of years, and it was because we didn't do a good enough job cleaning up. So after that, I sat down with my guys, and we have a very specific way that we clean up this product because it can get sticky and cause a mess, So, but yeah, a lot of people just don't clean up well, and obviously people don't want to be left with a huge mess in their backyard after they just got their tile cleaned, right?
Yeah.
So we definitely take pride in that, and that might be why you have to pay the extra $100 or extra $200, but it's I promise it'll be worth it in the end.
Yeah,
So,
and then worst case scenario, if it's not, we'll fix it.
Yeah, we'll come right back
You
and we'll
literally
clean
have
up and
nothing to
we'll
lose
do
here,
what we said we'd do. So
Yeah. So like refunds and stuff like that, I'm sure you guys have all that. Where it's like, hey, if we do a shitty job, like we will come back and fix it. Like,
oh yeah, 100%.
The guarantee here is that you don't waste any time.
yeah, and every tile is different. Every tile cleans up differently, and we have had some where we have to go back and hit some spots that were missed and things like that. And it happens in our industry often. And but yeah, we're definitely. I will never argue with somebody if they send me a photo and say, "Hey, you missed a spot." I'm always like, "All right, man, we'll be back in 2 hours if we can, or I'll be back first thing in the morning." Right?
It's good.
We don't want unhappy clients because that's it's not good.
Bad reviews.
Exactly. We don't like bad reviews. So
yeah. So if somebody was like, "You know what, Hansen, you give a compelling argument, but I believe I could just do it myself. I'm going to go to Home Depot. Give me the list of shit I need to go buy to go do it myself." What would you tell them?
Well, first I would tell them good luck, because a lot of the stuff that we use, I mean, it's not as easy as just let's go to Home Depot and buy all of it and put it together, right?
Could you do it at Lowe's?
You could not do it at Lowe's either. No. So the first thing you would need is a compressor, which a lot of people think, I got this little electric plug-in air compressor in my garage that I've been using for years. That'll work great. And I'll tell you right now, it's not going to work. I've seen people try to do it and then they call us and it doesn't work. So the compressor alone, I mean, you're looking, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 just to buy a compressor that will, give out enough air capacity to actually make our machines work. And then the machines that we use, you have to special order them online. There might be some places that sell them, but I haven't found one yet. And those are, another $3,000 to $4,000. And then you have to buy the pumps to vacuum out the pool afterwards, $600-$700. Then you have to buy all your air hose. You have to buy the product. The product is extremely hard to find and it's hard to source. So yeah, there is a lot that goes into it. So all in, you'd probably be looking around $15,000 to $20,000 just to buy the proper equipment that's actually going to get the job done right.
Yeah.
So I would say just don't waste your time with that unless you plan on cleaning your pool tile 1,000 times over the next 10 years, and maybe you'll get your money's worth. If not, just give us a call and we can get it done for you. But yeah, I get that a lot too. There's people like, I'll just go buy the equipment myself. And I usually don't even respond. I just kind of laugh in my head and I'm like, all right, well, good luck with that. Because that's just not going to go the way that you think it's going to go. So,
and that's just because you have to drain the pool and then you have to clean it with all the chemicals and everything.
Yeah. So we can do it one of two ways. So we can either partially drain the pool.
Yeah.
And then we have to vacuum all that product out of the pool afterwards.
Yeah.
Or we can fully drain the pool. Right, but the biggest expense really is the sand blaster that we use, and then, like I said, the air compressor that powers that, right? Because you need a lot of air and a lot of power, and
a lot of PSI to push all that sand.
A lot of PSI and a lot of CFMs. So, and if you don't have that, it's just not going to work. You know, the sand or the salt, it's called Max Strip is what we use. So it's similar to like an Epsom salt. It's actually a mineral called Kaiserite.
Not to be confused with the Epstein files. Right?
Not to be confused with the Epstein files. But yeah, so it's a water soluble product. It's pH neutral and kind of just dissolves in their pool. But we vacuum it out just so there's not a whole bunch of it sitting.
When you
in the
say
bottom
vacuum, like I can't imagine you're vacuuming water.
So we have a trash pump from Harbor Freight, right? It kind of looks like a generator almost. It's like a big box, and you connect a hose to one side of it and a hose to the other side of it. One hose goes into the pool, and the other hose runs into the sewage clean out in front of the client's house. So that will pull out a ton of water, and then it also can suck up and double as a vacuum. So we connect a vacuum head to it, and then we can vacuum all that product out.
Yeah, okay. And this isn't just your ordinary shop vac rigid.
No, it's not just your ordinary shop vac from Home Depot. So you're gonna have to go to like 5 or 6 different places probably to source all of the correct equipment that you would need to do it yourself.
Damn, so that thing sucks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, we can drain a pool in like an hour and a half, hour to an hour and a half, you know, and most people are like we'll have clients, it's funny, we'll have clients call us and they're like, hey, I'll drain the pool for you the day before. I'm like, all right, cool. So they'll drop the pump like 24 hours before we get there, and we'll show up, and it's one of those little pumps that, you know, you buy at Home Depot and the garden hose plugs into it and it drains like 500 gallons an hour. And, you know, the pool's dropped like maybe 2 feet in one day of draining it. And so a lot of times I'm like, dude, just don't even worry about draining it. Like,
you ever see somebody with one of those little Milwaukee handheld ones?
Oh yeah, the little handheld pumps. I haven't seen them try to do that, but I know I've seen them. That would probably take, you know, about a week to drain your pool doing that. So good luck with that.
Swapping batteries out every 4 hours.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, our process, you know, we've got to the point where we're extremely efficient and we can get in and out of there in 2 to 3 hours. We can get the pool partially drained. We can get it clean. We can get it refilled. We can get everything.
Oh, you refill pools too?
Yeah. So, well, I mean, we just usually when we're about 80% done with the job, we'll drop the hose in and we'll put the autofill on. Yeah. And it'll just start filling the pool back up. And then usually by the time we leave, it's almost full.
From the garden hose?
Yeah, just from the hose. Because if we're only doing the partial drain, we're not really taking that much water out of the pool. Yeah. So it's pretty quick. But yeah, I mean, it's a quick process. It's hassle-free and pain-free for the client. They don't have to sit out there and get in their pool and it's 55 degrees in the middle of winter and float around for 2 hours while they're trying to clean it themselves with whatever Home Depot equipment they bought, but
that's crazy. So I'm having a hard time picturing this. So you can't use a pressure washer to clean the inside of the pool?
So if you're looking to clean, so it just depends on what you're trying to clean, right? Yeah. If you're looking to clean like the actual Pebble Tech or Pebble Sheen, like surface of the pool, yeah, you can pressure wash it. Okay. But that's just going to get like some dirt stains and things like that out, right? Yeah. The next step would be to do an acid wash on it, which is what we can do. That essentially, it kind of eats away like a very thin layer of your Pebble Tech, your Sheen, or your plaster, and it just helps with any kind of staining in the pool. And then what we do when we clean the tile, so you have a tile line in a pool, right? And it gets the calcium buildup and all the white and the staining all over it. Yeah. So we blast that with compressed air and then that salt product I was telling you about. But yeah, there's many ways you can clean it, but a pressure washer in itself won't touch the calcium on the tile.
Bro, you've never sold me more on not getting a pool than you do right now. So is there any way to avoid all this shit? Or like, could you buy like a saltwater pool, like a reverse osmosis pool? Does that fix any of this?
So there are, there's companies out there that do reverse osmosis, right? They'll come out and actually filter your water for you. Yeah. They'll take the same pool water that's in there, they'll filter it out and they'll put it back in. Okay. And yes, that's going to help. But 3-4 years down the road, you're still going to get a calcium line on your tile. Unfortunately, where we live in Arizona, it's like the hard water out here is horrible, right? I've talked to a lot of pool guys in Florida, and they don't deal with this hardly at all out there. Really? Because their water out there has hardly any calcium, any hardness in it. It's very, very soft, right? So,
but it sucks.
Out here, it comes out of the tap, and it's already hard. Like there's really nothing you can do about it.
Crazy.
So it's good for us because it keeps us in business on the tile cleaning side. But then we have clients on the weekly maintenance side that expect it to never come back, right? So it's like, we'll clean it 2 years later, you start to see it again, or maybe even a year later, and they're like, well, what the heck? Like, you're not doing a good job on my pool. And I mean, it's, you know, I'll say this for all pool service companies out there, they know it just like I know it's unavoidable.
Right.
And the clients just have to understand that yes, there are ways that you can help with it not coming back as fast, right? If your water chemistry is in check, that's going to be huge. If you're constantly brushing the tiles, then that's going to help. There's a sealer you can put on it after you clean it, which could help, but ultimately it's going to come back. There's really no way around it.
So the only other option is just learn to live with it.
Learn to live with it, yeah. But I would also say don't do that, because there's people that have learned to live with it for 30 years and then they call us and then they have to pay 3 to 4 times the normal amount because it's been adhered to their tile for 30 years.
Yeah.
And then once you clean it, you know, calcium can actually be corrosive. So if it sits on your tile for 20 or 30 years, it's going to destroy your tile.
Really?
It'll slowly start to eat it. It'll really mess up your grout. You'll start to get water behind your grout. You'll start to have tiles falling off. So that's the other thing too. You don't necessarily look at tile cleaning as just, oh, I just want to clean the tile because it looks good, right? It's also a maintenance thing. If you keep your tiles clean, then you're not going to have to deal with completely replacing them 10, 15 years down the road, because that's going to be a way bigger expense to rip them all out and put brand new tile in, right? If you just clean them every couple of years and keep them up, you know, how they should be and well maintained, then you're not going to run into that problem.
Damn, dude. So cleaning your tile is pretty much the changing of oil of a car for a pool.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at it that way. There's definitely a lot of things in a pool that can, you know, be considered changing the oil, but
tile, the whole thing is just one giant oil change.
The whole thing is a giant oil change, man. It's
wow, I don't want a pool now.
Oh, that's the thing, because it's
crazy.
just so much maintenance. You know, it's so much maintenance. And
so okay, so where do you have what point of life would you be like, this point is where you should get a pool? Is it where like you could have enough just FU money? Is that pretty much where it is?
Yeah, I would say money. I would honestly say money.
You just pay all the people to fix it. And
yeah, right. Because then you pay people like me to come out and do it all for you, and then you don't have to worry about it.
That's expensive.
But it's expensive.
Money.
Yeah. So I mean, money drives everything in the world, pretty much, right? So I would say, yeah, if you have the money to do it, then sure. A pool is a great thing, like especially, you know, if you have kids and a family and things like that, like sure, it'd be awesome. I mean, I would love to have a pool. It'd be great to go in my backyard and be able to swim. But I also don't want to pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month to maintain it, you know, because I know what it looks like. But yeah, maybe 10, 15 years down the road when I get that acre eventually, then we'll think about getting a pool if I have the money to maintain it, you know, and kind of don't have to stress over that. Yeah.
Damn, dude, that's crazy. Because I know so many people that are buying houses and like some of them have pools. I'm just like, bro, you should not get a pool. Like, I know it's expensive. I don't know how expensive it really is, but I know it's expensive.
Yeah.
Like, and you're about to get that on top of a mortgage.
Top of your mortgage and all
you
your
have 2 finance cars
bills.
in your house. Like, bro, like this is crazy.
I mean, you're really adding in a whole nother payment every month that you're gonna.
What would you say like the average cost is annually per
annually?
Per month? Well, like annualized per month.
So I mean, it depends on if you're a do-it-yourself person or if you hire a company.
If you hired everyone,
right?
Everything's outsourced. What are you looking at?
If everything's outsourced,
pool boy, you got whoever else you need.
I would say it could probably average out to. I mean, at the end of the year, anywhere from like $250 to $350 a month. Probably more so on the higher side, maybe like $300 a month. And then that, you know, that could always go up too, depending on what kind of issues you have. You know, we just had 2 clients in the last 2 weeks where we had to, you know, we put in brand new pumps for them. Yeah. Right? And that's like $2,500, $3,000 just for a new pump, right? So right there, that's what, $250 a month for just a pump, right?
So you're literally looking at almost $6,000 a year just in maintenance.
Yeah, just
and that's if you were to prepare for a new pump every year.
Yeah, and I mean, right, if you're just looking at like your maintenance fee, you know, say anywhere from $150 to $175, but that's just maintaining your water and making sure everything else is in shape, right? That's not including cleaning your filters. That's not including fixing leaks. That's not including changing seals or anything else that goes wrong.
Okay, I get it. I don't want a pool.
Yeah.
You should just go buy the Mercedes, whoever's listening to this and stuff.
Yeah, you'd probably get your money's worth more out of a Mercedes for sure.
Your Mercedes
I would
could drive
say
you to
so.
work and make money.
Yeah, you can actually get something out of it.
Your
so.
pool is not going to get you that girl that you've been thinking you're going to get because you got a pool.
If you already have the girl in the family, then, maybe, and the money. But other than that,
You might get lucky a few more times a year.
Yeah, exactly.
Gosh, dude, that's crazy. Well, hey, every problem that exists in the world is where a business owner comes up with that solution to the problem. So we love problems in our world.
We do. We do.
Yeah, man, dude, it's been great talking and whatnot. I don't even know what time it is. I think we're almost at an hour already. It's crazy how fast that goes and everything.
Yeah, man, it does fly by for
yeah,
sure.
Yeah, but otherwise, only other question I really had was, I like to ask this one. Josh never asked it on his podcast, but if you were to go out, let's say pools didn't exist, or you lived in, I don't know, Idaho and water was fine and you never had a clean tile, like what kind of business would you start? Because here's the deal, because a lot of people are watching this right now are going to be people that were like you and I, work jobs, and they want to start a business, but they think the distance, the gap between you and them is so far away that they don't even know if it's worth even jumping into that route. And the number one question they're asking is, what business would I start? They're like, they're the difference between the actual people that have the entrepreneurial spirit and the entrepreneurs. And the entrepreneurs would be the ones that are like, I really like the idea of what a business would want.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when an obese person likes the idea of getting fit, but they do nothing. And they're like, oh, I want to be fit. It's like, no, you don't want to be fit.
Yeah.
You have no desire to be fit. If you did, you would do anything other than what you're doing now. You would do at least one thing that would get you closer to being fit if you truly wanted it. But you just like the idea of it.
Yeah.
Or you like to talk the idea of it, But if you were to talk to those people that actually want it, that have tried things, that have done things, and you were to give them advice based off of the business you would go start, because you couldn't do what you're doing now. You had to start from fresh. Everything was totally gone. You can't do pools. What type of business would you start and why?
So personally, I would start any sort of like a home service business, right? My first thing that comes to mind is like a pressure washing business.
There we go.
And I know the market is super saturated with those kind of businesses, right? But
so is everything else.
Everything else is though, right? I mean, the pool business is
People
saturated.
still compete with Amazon every day.
Exactly. And I just think that those kind of businesses, like for me, everything that's really driven my business and my growth has been content and social media, and that's kind of how I've grown. And I feel like those kind of home service businesses, there's a lot of good content out there that you can post, and there's so many ways to advertise and market yourself nowadays.
Yeah.
And I just feel like those kind of businesses are they're good to market, right? Especially pressure washing. Like you can get a lot of before and afters. You can get a lot of cool content that people actually like enjoy watching.
Oh yeah.
And it's easy to sell too, in my mind, right? Especially compared to like tile cleaning, because tile cleaning can get a little bit more expensive. But if somebody has a dirty driveway and you can go pressure wash it for $200, then a lot more people are going to be willing to pay that. If you can do 10 or 12 of those a day because they only take you an hour, then all you got to do is market yourself, buy a pressure washer, and learn it, right?
Yeah.
And another business I've thought about is also pest control, which is another thing that's a lot of people do, and it's saturated.
Yeah.
But I also feel like I'm very good at like talking to people and just establishing relationships, and it's a service-based business, and people need to trust you to know that, this guy's going to be coming to my house every few months, and he's just going to let himself in the backyard and do it. And if people can trust somebody and the right guy shows up at their door, then sure, they're going to be willing to pay, the $100 or whatever it is every few months for a business like that. Right.
Right.
So yeah, I just believe, it's all about talking to people, building good relationships, and marketing yourself. And I think any kind of home service based business is good for that.
Yeah.
And I also like the satisfaction of those kind of things too, right? Like somebody calls you to come clean something that's really been bugging them at their house, and then when you're done and you see how happy they are after you just did this job, it's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Because people see things that are like, if you start pressure washing or in pool tile cleaning, they're like, I didn't think that this would ever look this way again, and we come out there and we do it, and they're like, oh wow. So I like the home service based businesses for sure.
Yeah. My mind goes there too, because it's like everybody wants to start the AI tech company that runs in the background, creates passive income. But as the wise words of Dave Ramsey, passive income's a joke and a myth and doesn't exist. It's like you're chasing literal ghosts.
Yeah.
Like nothing exists in this world that's passive. And if it is, it's by investing in the stock market, and then 40 years later, it finally becomes passive.
And you get paid out finally.
Yeah, like nothing that you do today will ever be tomorrow that quickly something passive. It does not exist. Like it's a joke. You're chasing get rich quick, and it's not going to happen. It's like the 5 things that you can get rich quick on, or to make money on quickly is selling lust to men, selling beauty to women, selling youth to old people, selling security to rich people, and the biggest of all is selling get rich quick to poor people.
Yeah.
Those are the 5 things that you could capitalize that immediately. So versus home-based businesses, you're not going to get rich doing any of it.
Yeah. Well, that could be true. You just have to scale big enough, right? That's the thing.
No, I'm just playing. It will feel like you've dumped, like you probably bought so much equipment before you got your first sale, and you're like, or you were selling like maybe scrubbing with a brush, at first, and then you're like, damn, there's so much more things that I need to buy. And you just walk the aisles of Home Depot, man. You do any home service business, it's like, whoa, dude, there's so much stuff I need to get.
Oh, dude, it's hilarious. I'll go to Home Depot and like, there's things still after a couple years of doing this, I'm like, God, that tool actually might come in handy for things that we do, right? So it's like, I'm constantly just buying random things, just trying to figure out more ways to be more efficient, right?
Yeah. So the real question is red or yellow?
Red or yellow? Red.
There we go.
Red.
That's the tools you use? Milwaukee?
Yeah.
There we go, dude. There we go.
Milwaukee's where it's at. Yeah,
he's a fanboy.
My father-in-law, he's an electrician. He's he works for a big company, and he gets some deals on Milwaukee tools. So I always kind of get helped out with that.
I will be hitting you up.
Give me a call, man. Give me a call. Milwaukee's
fanatic.
where it's at. Milwaukee's where it's at. Sure.
Yeah. I realized Milwaukee was the shit when my first job ever, like as a trade, was I was a construction laborer. I worked for like a general contractor.
Okay.
They all used DeWalt. I never really knew the difference. My old man used like Milwaukee, but I didn't really know tools. Like never really experienced it. They gave me like a tool set. It was like the 2 drills, impact, and then the regular drill. And I was using this, and then mine broke, and then they had to buy me another one, and then my other guys broke, and they had to buy another one. And I just thought it was just normal. I was like, this is how tools are.
Yeah.
The next job following, I was a seismic retrofitter. And I worked with a bunch of grungy dudes that would just take these red drills, and there would be guys that would be like drilling with it, and they'd throw it down on the scissor lift, and then they would take another drill, and then like all of the wood chips would fall on top of this thing while all the materials are there, and then they would pick it up and they'd use it. They'd
still
toss
works
it around and drop it off. Never had an issue ever with it. And I was like, I will never not buy Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I don't care if I'm a home repairs back at my house. I will still use Milwaukee because I want that shit to freaking work for years. My dad has the same drill from when I was like 9. And this is before the brushless technology. Yeah. And it's still a Milwaukee drill, and it still friggin' works.
Milwaukee's the way to go, man. Yeah, they never fail.
Yeah, it's the best, dude.
I'm definitely a fan, too. So glad we're on the same page there.
Pack out guy?
I have one. I have not yet to. Speaking of my father-in-law, he actually just gave me one.
Really? Hey, don't go down that route. You're going to spend $400 every time you go to Home Depot for a bunch of boxes that you can't figure out where the hell anything is.
Yeah.
I have the entire set. I have like tons of boxes because I used to do a lot of handyman stuff. I used to own a contractor business.
Okay.
So I had like a box for painting, and I had a pack out for electrical, and I had a pack out for drywall and stuff. Now in my garage, I can't find shit. Yeah. I'm like, last night I was ready to strangle my dog because I was like, where the hell is my freaking channel logs, dude? I cannot find them anywhere. And
I'm the same way, man. I literally just called my buddy on the way over here. I am putting a TV up in my backyard today. Nice. Couldn't find any of my drill chargers. Not a single one. So I call him. I'm like, dude, I need to come get your drill on the way home. Like, I have 3 at the house. I don't know where any of the
none of my batteries. All my batteries are dead. Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
And that's the real answer. You just have a friend who has all of your
yeah, right. Then you just get to borrow it. You never have to worry about it. It's not your problem if some breaks. So it's all good.
Exactly. Never return them. Be a good friend.
Yeah, this is my drill now. So
I literally sold him my old drill set so I can buy a new one. That's how much of a fanatic I am. Dude.
Yeah, maybe I'll just stop at Home Depot on the way home.
Yeah, dude. You got to get that fix, bro. You gotta get that fix. It's like cigarette in the morning. You know, it's like
it'll be used. I mean, I'm sure I can justify it to my wife. She'll new drill.
It's a write-off.
Yeah, it's a write-off. Exactly.
It literally is.
Yeah,
It literally
is a
So,
write-off.
yeah, no, dude.
Save me some money on the tax
Dude,
bill.
if I could have a $500 a month budget of Home Depot, I would find use for it.
Oh,
I would find
it'd be
use.
spent the first day of every month, and then I'd be spending 9 days trying to figure out what else to buy.
Yeah, dude, I'm the one guy that loves honey to-do lists, and like I just kill that every weekend. Like my wife would be like, "Hey, I really think we should put storage in this location." Whoa, you're already at Home Depot? Like, and I come home, just finish it right away. Like after Christmas, I was like, I'm never doing those stupid red bags ever again for the Christmas trees.
Yeah,
I hate those things. I don't want to put them anywhere. I'm just gonna buy the biggest tote I can find. Which have you seen those husky ones? Those huge, I think 180-gallon ones.
Oh, and I don't think I've seen those big ones. No.
I went to Home Depot last Christmas. They had they were literally the size of this table, like width, and it was a husky one. It had this
Put your Christmas tree in it.
I don't even think it would fit. Like Christmas, you could put 5 in there, dude. It was so big.
Dang.
And I wanted one so bad. I was like,
where are you gonna put it though?
Yeah,
That's
I don't
the
have no
only problem.
idea. There was
like,
no
it's gonna take up 300 square feet of my garage. So,
dude, but I was like, I can't help myself. So, anyways, I bought all that, built the shelf. So, if you have the third car garage, like, is the water heater or is it tankless?
Tankless, yeah, it's in the corner.
They have a little like cubby, and then there's like a little bump out where like.
No, it's just kind of like right on the wall.
Okay.
It just like plugs in right in the corner.
Yeah, mine had a little bump out, so I built a shelf, and then I put all the Christmas tree and all Christmas decoration shit up top of there.
Yeah.
Right above the fridge back there.
All right. Dude. Well, that's gonna be a new project. It's got to get done at some point because my garage it's disheveled right now for sure. But I mean, Home Depot can solve all my problems. So, Home Depot is like it's like my wife's Target, man. You just can't stop spending money there. You know, going for one thing and leave with 12.
Bro,
so.
it is literally a second home. It is literally a second home. I'm glad you're a Lowe's hater too.
Yeah, so. I'm more of a Home Depot guy for sure.
Dude, Lowe's suck.
Yeah.
I hate Lowe's.
Yeah, I've honestly, I don't know. I just always go to Home Depot. Like it's never
the best.
Yeah, I've never even really thought about Lowe's for some reason.
Yeah, dude, it's
no
Costco versus Walmart, bro.
Yeah,
I can get everything I need. It's like, oh well, Costco doesn't have 90% of the things Walmart does. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I'll buy 8 freaking gallons worth of whatever the hell I'm gonna buy.
Yeah,
like what is it? The other day I saw. Oh, it was ketchup. You go to Costco, it's like 3 huge ass bottles of ketchup for like $4. I'm like, it's the same price as one single small ketchup bottle at Walmart, but it's like you get twice as much. I'll never use
the whole year.
I'll never use that much ketchup, but yeah, Costco. I love Costco, dude.
Costco's another good place for sure. There's one close to the house, which is also dangerous.
Yeah, Queen Creek.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, that's where I go. I live. So if you go off Ironwood. I probably shouldn't tell us the whole world, but whatever. Go down. I'm off Ironwood and Queen Creek Road.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that.
Yeah, I'm on Ellsworth and like Chandler Heights area, so we're fairly close. Yeah,
nice. Yeah, that's a good spot over there. Yeah. That's. You go to Rock Point over there?
Yeah, we do.
You go to Rock Point?
We go to Rock Point.
Dude, that's where I met my wife.
Oh no way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been going there for years.
Yeah, we're going at like 2:30 today, I think, or 3:30 or something.
Oh shit, we got
Easter service.
Yeah, a little Easter Saturday service. So
I got seats. We're good.
Tonight?
No, for Sunday.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, dude,
yeah,
gonna be mad at you.
We would go tomorrow, but I'm on shift tomorrow at the firehouse, so
okay.
Wifey's gonna be with the babies tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's sick, dude. Wow, we'll probably run into each other now.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's awesome.
Massive ass church.
Oh, it is a big church. It is a big church.
Yeah. Did you ever try going to Echoes or no?
We have not yet. We've thought about it. We had some friends that were they kind of went over there from Rock Point. So it's been in the back of our mind. But right now, I mean, we really like Rock Point.
Oh, I love Bill, bro.
It's so close to our house too, and I mean, we just love the community over there. So we're like, why? Yeah. You know, why even leave? We'll just stay there for now.
Dude.
So
yeah. I mean, I met my wife there. Like, I can't leave.
Yeah.
That place is my home.
Yeah,
dude,
it's a great place, man. So
I love it.
We'll be there for a while for sure.
Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. All right, man. Well, that's wrap.
All right.
That's everything.